And sources are telling India Today now about Rajasthan that the state governor has asked Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot to clarify on more points before assembly session can be called. So that's right, that's the breaking news on top of 4. That Rajasthan governor has said to the Chief Minister, and I quote here, clarification is necessary before accepting the call for a session. Kalraj Mishra has also told the Chief Minister, why should 21-day notice not be provided for calling a session? Let's go across to National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastava. Rahul, there have been precedents in the past with regard to assembly sessions being called. This time, what precisely is playing, do you think, in the mind of the governor? Is this a protocol to be asking for a 21-day period?
Pooja, no. Even in the recent past, the state governor has given in demands to from the chief minister for sessions on a quick notice. Not say as quick as Mr. Gehlot wants it right now. But yes, there have been demands and it's been called as per the recommendations of the cabinet. Remember, the governor has to act as per the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers, as in the case at the center that the president has to act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers led by the Prime Minister. Of course, there is a discretion involved in this under 163B, if I'm not incorrect, of Constitution, in which the governor's discretion cannot be challenged. The fact remains here that there is a thin line on which the Gehlot seems to be pushing for a session to browbeat the MLAs who are camping with the Sachin Pilot. These are rebel MLAs, and the idea is to browbeat them and get to a point that they come to either come to Jaipur or they are afraid that they may be disqualified if a session is called. On the other hand, the center is wanting, it seems that by demanding that why should there be a quick session, whether there is a trust motion on the agenda. That's what another point made by a clarification sought by the governor is that are you planning a trust motion? Now, till now, Ashok Gehlot has been saying it outside, but has not said it even once to the governor that he plans to go in for a trust motion. Now, if a trust motion has to be there, yes, usually in a special session, Pooja, it is a single point agenda. It can't be a generic session which can be converted for a trust motion. Ashok Gehlot is avoiding that. And that's one thing. And the third element is the COVID-19 social distancing. There is a pandemic. There is distancing protocols. People have to adhere to it. The plan for a session has not been submitted, whether there is a distancing plan already in place. The governor house is saying that nearly 1,200 people will be there in the house and the assembly building. What plans are there? The confrontation is on this point, that what do you want to do from a session and whether you should have a session. I think it's more politics than actual need for a session happening right now.
Rahul, so I have an added question to that, because Congress is saying when the BJP wanted assembly session, it was given to them as a floor test. Now when the Congress is pushing for it, it's being called dharna and drama politics. How different do you think, for the benefit of our viewers, this Rajasthan crisis is compared to what we have seen previously, whether in Karnataka, Manipur or anywhere else as well?
You see, it's an unprecedented situation, Pooja. You have said it yourself. The point is usually chief ministers are reluctant to call a session. It is the governors and the courts which have to tell them that you go in for a session. Usually people are told that you have to go for a trust vote. Here Gehlot is claiming outside, not to the governor, that he wants a trust motion. So there is largely a set precedence in the country that the demands of a session from a council of ministers is not rejected. But this time around we find that the chief minister wants a session, a government wants a session, it wants a trust vote outside, not sending to the governor, but there is a reluctance from the governor house. And that's what you can make out, that the number game is so problematic right now, I think, for both the camps, that Ashok Gehlot wants a session to crack the rivals against him. And while the other side does not want an open session without a firm commitment on a trust motion, so that the MLAs, if they go there, they can actually serve out the purpose that they want to.
All right, so is it protocol or just politics? Rahul Srivastava is a very, very interesting perspective. Rahul, thank you very much. And in a strong posturing by the Congress party, Randeep Singh Surjewala